Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Once again, my name is Kanyalanga. I am the founder of Off Topic, and today for Off Topic Business and State Consulting, we are dealing with the social and ethics of a business according to the legislation of the country. All right. So previous weeks we spoke about how businesses are conducting business and how it affects the people that are inside the businesses and how we could address these issues. We spoke about the morality of the business. We spoke about the legislation, the laws and regulations that businesses should follow, especially like labor laws, employment equity laws, and health and safety laws that basically help people to be able to operate and function very well in the businesses and the companies or state-owned companies that they operate in. And today I want to focus on company legislation. So there's company legislation in South Africa is called the Companies Act. Companies Act of 2008. And this legislation basically helps to regulate how companies report, perform, and govern their businesses, right? So all state-owned companies are supposed to follow the Companies Act. It is by law. That means you can sue them for not following it. You can go and report to a civil court that the company is not operating in the manner of the Companies Act. So guys, please be acquainted with the Companies Act and know what you're dealing with. This is not to be doing here or trying to be radicals. This is just to hold companies accountable to the standard and the things that they say in their financial reports, because they say they are doing the right thing, yet we are seeing people dying on a daily basis and losing their lives while they're still walking. Right. So one of the most important things that people don't know about people that are working in businesses, they don't know about the fact that it is by law that a company, a state-owned company, a publicly listed company, so a company that's listed in the JSE or other countries' listings, for example, New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, or whatever the case is, a company that is listed must be able to have a social and ethics committee and a public interest entity. So these are the companies that are private, but because of the amount of money they make and the number of employees that they have, and I guess the debt that they have, they are supposed to abide by the law to say that according to Section 72, subsection 4 of the Companies Act, each and every company that is a public interest company, that is a state-owned company, and that is a listed company must have a social and ethics committee. A social and ethics committee is basically a committee that is like basically board members, whether people are working inside the business or not. But there are some people, there's a group of people that are supposed to meet regularly in the company, maybe once a year, maybe once a quarter, to discuss how is the company how is the company functioning socially and ethically. So this means that the company cannot have maybe a CEO jumping off a building or an employee dying in the toilets or a staff turnover of like six senior managers in the space of 6 months, or like just a low employee morale where people are constantly sick, constantly dying, constantly this and that. And I mean, there's no COVID or anything. There's no other sickness. Not that we're trying to give people hints. Guys, HPV virus didn't work out, whatever that thing was in the boat. So please, no more diseases. It's not going to work out. So if there's no, plague that is happening around the earth or around a certain area, a country, then we shouldn't be seeing so much death because of work stress, right? We shouldn't be seeing so much just, oh my gosh, emotional and mental plague because of work. I mean, if I were to call psychologists here and I would ask them, please tell me, what do people talk about besides crazy boyfriends that are mainly doctors? Ooh, no, joking. Everyone's crazy nowadays, even the broke niggas. So no, but if people are coming to psychologists and paying over 3,000 Rand or 4,000 Rand or 5,000 Rand a month. Their money is basically going back to the state through taxes. It's going back to the state through psychology fees, medical help, and it's going back to the state through VAT and everything else. Like, by the end of the day, they're left with nothing. Just a title that they work in Sandton for a very high-paying job, but they're dying inside. And don't forget the debt. Oh my God. The moment you make it in, you'll be given money so that you will be sucked into the system and you cannot get out, no matter what is being done to you at work. I really do call work concentration camps because you go there to concentrate on the evil of society. And I think by law, we need to be able to hold companies, state-owned companies and private companies and these listed entities. They need to be accountable for the human capital that they have in their businesses, okay? Today I'm stuttering a little bit, but it's okay. Let's talk about it. We've got 5 minutes left, guys. So, to be able to calculate the public interest score of your company, guys, take out your pens, pencils, and write it down. You must be, number one, I think people need to start looking at the financial statements of the companies that they work for. I think because we're so consumed by work, we don't even have time for our partners and children, and we don't even have time to look at the companies that we work for, Wuti. What are they reporting? What are they actually saying about what's really going on in their companies? Because they have great reports. They talk to each other in like these business meetings and these golf places, and they're like, oh my God, yeah, we're doing spectacularly well. And you know what? We're sustainable. We're going to be able to acquire this and that next year. And that time, people are devastated in their businesses. And I am not here to try and cause turmoil in the workspace. Everybody always asks me, why did you leave work? Do you think you can do it? Why do you well, we can't do anything. It is what it is. And I'm like, it is what it is for another 1,000 years, because you'll be waiting for something to fall from the sky and fix these problems. But they need to be addressed because we are taxpayers. We are citizens of this country and we pay to exist here. We pay 50% of our hard-earned work, hard-earned money, so that people can mistreat us in workplaces. And I think that needs to change. I think that should change by law. Whilst we still have the law working on our side saying that companies should be socially and ethically responsible. So the Social and Ethics Committee, if you want to know if your company is supposed to be able to report and have meetings for social and ethics, they need to have 500 points. And to get points, so it's called a PIS score, you'll find it in Regulation 43 of the Companies Act. The turnover, the sales that they make before any deductions should be, you should be able to calculate a score by saying every million that they make is 1 point, right? Every million that they make is 1 point. You hear me? Okay. Number of employees, so the workforce that they have. If they hire, for example, 5,000 people, that should be what? Like that should be 5,000 points, right? If they hire more than 500 people, you should have a good PIS score to be able to ask the entity, do we have a social and ethics committee? And what are they reporting, or what are they reporting on when it comes to the employees, the workforce, and how people are doing in this entity? Are we really sustainable if people are losing their minds and are on 7 to 8 antidepressants, if that's what you call it? They are on 8 pills. Everybody's always getting drunk because, they don't know what to do with themselves. So you need to find out how many employees that your company has, whether it's a private or public entity. Or public, then obviously they should be reporting this. And then if they have more than 500 employees, then that's an addition to the fact that they should have the Social and Ethics Committee. The third thing is that if they have debt with banks and other third-party liabilities, every 1 million that they have as a debt, then it should be a point, right? Look at this. Turnover should be 1 point is 1 million. Third-party liabilities, 1 point is 1 million. Number of employees, 1 employee is 1 point. That's how important human beings are. You are so important to the running of this Earth, the nation, earth, and everything. Yet you are treated so little that you believe that people should be doing these things to you because you need a salary. And I don't agree with that. I agree with the fact that we need to work. I agree with the fact that we need to plug ourselves into a system, an ecosystem that works. So if the financial and ecosystem of South Africa is private and public companies, we will plug ourselves in there, and we must work and we must earn for the work that we produce. But for the fact that we are now dying just to put food on the table, and it is seen as normal because guess what? Something's supposed to fall from the sky and fix our problems while we sit and allow everybody to bully and beat us. It's absurd. We need to change. We need to look at things for what they are and put emotions aside. Your emotions are for God and Jesus Christ. You can cry there. Yeah. Crying is normal. Yada. That's not what we're doing here. Off Topic wants to help the people by actually going to the state and to going to the companies that report that socially and ethically they are sustainable. So we need to be able to see if you say you are sustainable just because you what's this thing? What do they do? This thing, these charitable things that they do. You went to a very impoverished school and you donated some shoes. That's a very good thing. But it's not reflective of what's happening inside the company. Every time that these social and ethics committees have reported, the integrated reports have reported, they report on how they're doing externally. It kind of sounds like the people who want to succeed, yet they've got hard hearts and there's so much turmoil inside of you. If you're not fixing what's inside, you cannot tell me that the outside is good. You can't be cleaning everything that's looking good outside and then inside you are rotting. The fish rots from the head, and we're going to fix this from where it started. So companies, help me to help you to look at your integrated report and tell you which areas need your attention. Thank you so much. We are off topic. And obviously, the state would be great if you would contact me or tell me how to contact you so we can talk about the metrics that I've developed to be able to assess companies on a very independent basis. This is not emotional. It's the fact that taxpayers are paying more than 50% sometimes, okay, maybe 40-something% of their taxes, hard-earned money, and they're paying all of that so that they can be ill-treated in companies that claim through their reports that they are good citizens, that they are lawfully abiding citizens. That is not correct. We've got to fix that, and I'm going to help you. Thank you so much.